Oi oi girls and boys and everything in between, it's Ace Trainer Liam and welcome to what is now the kind of prologue to my HeartGold Randomizer Wedlocke. You guys are probably wondering why I've decided, probably because you don't follow me on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you're going to be wondering why I'm not doing my white Wedlocke anymore. It's because the ROM that I had was just too glitchy. Like, you know how I kept having to like jump cut because the game would freeze and I'd have to restart the game, make the progress back up to the point that I was at, and then start again from there. It meant that a 20-minute episode of that video, of that series, would take me over an hour to actually record before I can even start editing it, because I get to a certain point, have to go back, recover 5 minutes of gameplay, it would freeze again, I'd have to go back, recover another 5 minutes, and onwards and onwards. It got to the point where I was recording episode 5 of the White Wedlocke, and it basically crashed on me about 10 times throughout the course of that episode. 10 times throughout the course of a 20-minute episode, I had to go back and recover to the point that I got to, and it just wasn't going to work. I don't have the time physically at the moment to fine-tune that ROM to get the right combination of codes to the point where it's feasible. So fear not, it was only a couple of episodes in terms of the Wedlocke, so I'll just quietly take that down at some point. But don't worry, because we're going to do a HeartGold Randomizer Wedlocke, and it's going to be bigger, and it's going to be better, and it's going to be more fun. If you're not familiar with the Wedlocke rules, check them out in the description. I'm going to get us to the point where we can choose Pokemon so that you guys can then vote on Twitter for what Pokemon we will choose as our starter. I've just randomized the ROM like before I started hitting record, so I don't know what Pokemon we're gonna get. I don't know anything like that. Oh god, here comes Lyra. We're just gonna skip the intro with Lyra because I just want to get to the point where we can where you guys can vote on what starter I should pick. I will ask you guys on Twitter once I post this out, and then I'm gonna record a whole bunch of these probably on Saturday. Or I'll record at least one episode on Saturday, because obviously Saturday's the next day that it should be going live. Just gonna sort my options out. Fast, set, frame type. Let's go with a nice blue frame. That looks lovely. Actually, let's go with a nice... Let's go with that frame, because that matches my layout a little bit. Let's do that. Button mode's fine. Sound's fine. Cool. Confirm. Perfect. And this ROM should just work. That's the best part of it. So let's head over to Professor... It's Elm, right? Professor Elm. Yeah, cool. Let's get our Pokemon. Hi, Liam, I've been waiting for you. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carried in Pokeballs these days. Hello there, my friend Matthew. How are you doing? But before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon, just like your friend Lyra does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon, but walking with Pokemon must have some advantages. It could have something to do with how Pokemon grow or evolve. So I'm going to give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon outside its Pokeball to see if it brings any special feelings or bonds between Pokemon and people? The device over there has some Pokemon for you to choose from. Oh boy. Oh, hey, I got an email. Okay. Hey, listen, I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying this time it's real. It's probably another Pokemon egg, but we're still so busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know. You can go in our place, right? We can count on you. You can choose one of the Pokemon over there. Right, so this is going to determine what starter we choose. Obviously, it's a Wedlocke, so I'm using the rule that I can't use genderless Pokemon just for the sake of making it a bit more challenging. Here we go. So we got Phanpy, we got Grotle, oh man, and we got Tyranitar. Okie dokie. So Phanpy, Grotle, Tyranitar. I should have saved before I opened up this menu. I'm a silly boy. I'll fix that later on. But I'll post a link in the description to a Twitter poll where you guys can vote on my starter for this playthrough. Go vote. I'm sorry the White Wedlocke didn't work out, but this one should be just as fun. Don't you worry. So hit the like button if you're ready for HeartGold, baby, which is a beautiful, beautiful game. And HeartGold and Soul Silver are my favorite Pokemon games, so I'm going to enjoy this regardless. Hit subscribe if you're new so you don't miss an episode of this. And until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.